Hey, what's up, everybody? Chris back again for another recording, and I actually got my buddy Scott with me on the call this time.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Now, anybody who has seen his content or will be seeing his content because of this video, his link will be in the description. I've done some appearances over on his channel, including one actually the other day, which was actually, it was pretty fun. I'll say that much.
It was a very interesting. It was.
Okay. So, I ended up, I saw the video Smogon put up the other day where they were talking about they were talking about Mega Metagross and Houndoom, where it was Mega Metagross who was really good and really popular, and now it's actually being suspected, which I think it should get banned, but it's not, I could see very well why it wouldn't be banned. It's not nearly as bad as any of the suspects they've had this entire generation. It's one of the ones that I'm more on the fence about, but I could see either way. But Houndoom, they also said was really good, even though absolutely nobody is using it right now, and it's extremely anti-meta. So of course I wanted to build around it because it was fun.
It's just underrated is what it is.
Okay, so I went with Houndoom. Latios covered every single one of its weaknesses while also giving me defog. Keldeo was my answer to both of pokes being weak to sand, while also giving me a revenge killer. Gliscor pretty much secured me being halfway decent against sand and not having too much to worry about, while also giving me something that sets up on stall. Ferrothorn gave me stealth rocks, as well as completing a fire, water, grass core, and then Rotom is just a glue that helped me patch all the rest of my weaknesses. Only really notable things that I gotta watch out for are Mega Lopunny, but
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
well, more or less Mega Lopunny plus Keldeo resist. So let's look for a battle.
Yeah. How's your Valentine's Day going, buddy?
I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and worked 6 to 3. So.
That's amazing.
And we're off to a great start. If he wants to pursue me, that's fine. I get a free switch into my Houndoom, as he doesn't even go for it. He goes for Night Slash. Not even knockoff. It was a 50-50. I'll get any forfeits. Thank you. I didn't have to actually. No, I don't want to forfeit. Just click move, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Let's find a decent battle this time. Yep, I built the team earlier today.
Yeah, why?
It's a good team. Okay, this is actually a pretty good looking team, I'll say that. He's using Heracross, which that's clearly normal Heracross, which is actually something that's pretty threatening.
Yeah, really.
The good thing is Houndoom puts in a significant amount of work this game. I do have to be careful around the Diancie. Keldeo absolutely smashes his team the second I get rid of the Celebi, and I do have a few answers for it. And he doesn't like Gliscor either. So I have, this shouldn't be too bad, and I think I'm just gonna lose my Rotom. It's I almost want to say a universal lead, but Rotom is still, it's one of the best leads in OU, so. Put the timer on, and I'll pause it till he makes a move. Okay, so he finally picks a lead, ends up going with Diancie, which I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. If he wants to go straight into Celebi, that's perfectly fine, but if I can get a kill on Diancie and he doesn't have Protect, I'm in an amazing position, because I can easily, the Diancie shouldn't be too bad to deal with, because my Gliscor just deals with it so well, as he goes straight into Raikou, and that is definitely Assault Vest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely Assault Vest. So, I'm just gonna go straight into my Ferrothorn. If he wants to go for Volt Switch, that's fine. He could bring in the Diancie, who still hasn't met. Or he could bring in the Heracross. Either way aren't too bad. And if he does bring in the Heracross, I'm not risking my Gliscor to a knockoff just yet. I probably could, but I really don't want to risk it to a knockoff just yet when all I need is one safe turn. Let's see. And yet again, my opponent's taking forever. I understand Showdown is lagging pretty bad, but he is taking a decent amount of time.
The lag is real tonight.
So yeah, I'm just gonna pause again until he makes a move. Okay, so my opponent is either lagging really bad, or he's just gonna time out. I don't even know. As he goes straight into Conch Elder. Now, I gotta find a switch into this thing, and I think I'm just gonna use my Rotom as a pivot, just because I know he won't go for Ice Punch. As he just goes straight for Drain Punch, which, honestly, that's fine. I do have to be careful around this. I'm just gonna go straight for the Volt Switch. As he stays in, I'm just gonna go straight to my Gliscor. If he wants to go for the Ice Punch, that's like it'll suck, but it's not gonna be that bad. As he just goes for the safe Drain Punch, which is honestly fine. And I do kind of want to scout out for Ice Punch, but like honestly, this Conch Elder is a problem. Yeah, this Conch Elder is a problem.
You don't really have much for it.
I don't really have almost anything. I think I'm just gonna go for knockoff. Just you know what? If I sack my Gliscor, it's not really the end of the world. I'm able to knock off his obvious Assault Vest as he doesn't even have it. That's actually amazing for me. He doesn't even have the Ice Punch. That's amazing. I can just set up a Sword Stance on this thing. As he completely annihilates me with the Ice Punch. Well,
way to say he doesn't have it.
I don't know why you didn't go for it. I can just go to my Latios and fire up a Psyshock. I risked a 0.
Probably thought you'd switch. That's probably why.
Possibly, but honestly, just pivoting around the Conch Elder is just going to get me damaged. But I can just fire up a Psyshock. Hopefully, the cancel button doesn't and the lag doesn't mess me up because I accidentally clicked Draco Meteor at first. It's either that or he just doesn't. Like if he goes straight into Diancie, it's a terrible play as it is. So let's see what he ends up doing. Like I said, good play would be either going into Celebi if he's special defensive. He's definitely not staying in because this Conch Elder is actually a decent-sized threat to my team. It's probably the biggest threat he has. Skarmory is a complete non-issue because if he goes to Skarmory, I can go straight to my Houndoom and get a kill. Yeah, because I don't even have to set up. I'm just gonna click Fire Blast.
Your Houndoom shits on this team.
Yeah, because I knocked off the Conch Elder's Assault Vest, I still have to be a little wary of Mach Punch. Well, not anymore. That crit the crit 100% did not matter, by the way.
You just let die.
As he goes straight into Heracross. And unfortunately, I don't have my Gliscor now. Which... that kind of blows. I think I'm just gonna go straight into my Ferrothorn. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go straight to my Keldeo. There's no way he's going for the close combat this turn. He has to either Mega Horn or knock off. As he does Mega Horn, and that's gotta be Scarf damage. Now, I'm actually gonna pull a double switch into my Houndoom here, expecting Celebi, and if I get this right, then I get a kill. As I get it wrong, and he misses, which, you know what, I'm calcing Mega Horn right now.
Houndoom's frail as shit. It's going to kill you.
It's neutral, so.
Oh.
I can live. I can live.
Oh boy.
I don't know why he stayed in. That was a horrible play. Yeah, there just went his win condition. So, does it suck that he got that miss? Yeah, it sucks. Sucked really bad for him. I don't know why he stayed in Mega Horn. That was a horrible play. Like I said, unless he honestly predicted my double switch, then I'll give him, like, I would give my opponent significant credit if he actually predicted my double switch. But I think he's just like, I can live a hit. And I definitely want to switch out here, which I'm just going to my Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is a very safe switch against Diancie. I said, and if he does pull out the Hidden Power Fire, then I know he's slower than my Latios as he pulls out the Rock Polish, which is amazing, because I'm just going to click Gyro Ball. This is 100% going to die, unless he HP fires me, which he doesn't even have it. Yeah, I don't know why he would just go for the Rock Polish if he didn't have the HP fire. So he goes into Celebi. I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks. That's a very safe Stealth Rock. Like, his team doesn't like Ferrothorn whatsoever, as he's actually a Nasty Cloth set, which is pretty interesting, actually. I'm just going to get a free switch into my Latios. I really don't risk anything. He very well could go for the Baton Pass, which would be fine, as he substitutes. That's actually really scary. Okay, I have to go for the Draco Meteor here, which is terrible. I really hope my opponent is, because if my opponent is non-attacking, then, well, you know, it's not the end of the world, and I'm just going to Draco Meteor again. If he wants to pass out, there's nothing that really wants to come in. His best play, yeah, was definitely going for the substitute, which is actually horrible for me. I think I might have just lost. And here, I have to make the switch straight to my Ferrothorn. If he BPs this turn, I'm in a great position because as he has the Recover. Okay. That's very good to know that he doesn't have Giga Drain. Because as he beat.
He doesn't have an attack.
He has to go into his Diancie here. If he goes into Raikou, that's a terrible play. He has to go straight to Diancie, and I'm going to continuously click Gyro Ball so he can't get up a Rock Polish, as he does have the HP Fire and destroys my life. Oh, I'm aware of that. But I do get a free switch into my Keldeo, and I can just click Scald, because my Keldeo is Scarf. And honestly, it's not really the biggest deal if he does that, because if he brings in Celebi, I can just bring my Houndoom in for free. I risk 0 because I already know his Celebi is non-attacking. And if he wants to bring in Raikou, Scald should be a 2 KO as he sacks his Diancie. So I'm in a really good spot as he brings the Raikou in directly, which, let me just make sure, because I don't think I kill him. I'll give him credit that I don't think I actually kill him. Let me just see, how much did Rotom do? Because I'm like 99% sure this thing is Assault Vest. Raikou, Assault Vest. Hydro Pump does 25 to 29. I crit him first turn, so that did 43. So yeah, that's definitely Assault Vest. And Keldeo will be doing 26 to 31 with Scald. I need prior damage. Okay. Rotom can definitely get me that prior damage. And Latios is still useful. Not that useful, but it's still useful. And Houndoom just wins me the game. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna bring in my Latios because I should be in a pretty good spot. If he does, I don't think he's gonna go straight for the. I didn't think he was gonna go straight for the HP Ice. And you know what? If he kills my Latios, that's fine. I'm just gonna click Draco Meteor. It's just honestly it's my safest play. And if he wants to go into Skarmory, that's a choke. So.
How's that a joke?
If he goes straight into Skarmory, I get a free switch into my Rotom. which then I can Volt Switch freely.
Oh, yeah.
And he just let me get a kill on his Raikou. So there just went the last thing that could beat me. Because his Celebi is non-attacking, and his Skarmory can't beat my team. So that's a good game. And let's look for another battle.
Yay.
As my opponent has a very good team. Let's see. If I had to judge his team right now, that's looking like Subcombine Clefable. That's definitely Scarf Tyranitar. Victini could be. It's looking like Choice Banded. Latias is definitely going to be a Healing Wish support, and then Skarmory, it's looking like Combine Clefable, but it could be Stealth Rock. And then Skarmory, if it's Stealth Rock Clefable, Skarmory is going to be Spikes. If Clefable is Combine, though, it's going to be Stealth Rock Skarmory. So, in general, my best lead, yet again, is Rotom, because it matches up against everything minus the Latias, as he leads off with Keldeo. And unless he pulls out, like, Specs Hidden Power Grass, which is not standard by any means, this is a very free Volt Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And that is, I'm pretty sure that's Specs Keldeo. That's looking like Specs Keldeo. And 48 to 57. Okay, he either got absolute minimum damage or it's not Specs. But I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna go to my Latios. I think I can actually go to my Latios and then pull a double, which is what I'm actually gonna proceed to do, because I expect either the Clefable or the Tyranitar, which either way, by going into my Gliscor, I have a really good switch, and since I'm almost, because he's not as he goes into Skarmory. Okay. Not a bad play by my opponent, but definitely, I wouldn't exactly call that the most optimal play. I'm just going to set up a Sword Stance at this point, because Skarmory shouldn't be a big deal because the worst that happens is I get off a +2 knockoff, and he just Whirlwinds me out, which isn't really the biggest of deals. But the good thing is, unfortunately, I don't know what kind of Keldeo is, because like I said, if he was Specs, he got absolute minimum damage. If he was any other set, then he got a higher roll. So, I said, it's almost a bad thing that I took that little damage, as he does set up the Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to go for the knockoff, because it's just honestly my best play. If I get rid of this thing's item, it's good. If he switches out, then I'm in a good position. As he was Rocky Helmet, and yeah, just Whirlwinds me out, which is fine. And like I said, luckily he does bring me into my Keldeo, which is incredible, because I can just fire off Scald at this point, and I should have absolutely nothing to risk, because if he goes into Latias, I could burn it. Unfortunately, I don't, and he's actually a Leftovers variant. But I can just bring in my Ferrothorn on this, and I should have absolutely nothing to worry about here. And because he's running normal Latias, that actually could be D-Dam's Megatar, which means I have to keep my Keldeo healthy. As he goes for the Brazilian Thunder Wave. Which, to anybody who doesn't understand that reference or feels like calling me a racist, and I think it was either SPL or Official Ladder Tour, where it was World Cup of Pokemon. The finals was Team USA. It was Team US East versus Team Brazil, and Team Brazil was known for having Brazilian T-Tar with Thunder Wave. So now anything that runs Thunder Wave is automatically Brazilian. So.
I've never heard that.
I thought I told that story, actually.
Oh, you never told me that story.
Yes, Stealth Rock. Okay, because I'm just gonna assume based on that nickname that that's Choice Banded Victini, which.
Oh, the damage.
The good thing about this is, I'm just gonna go straight. I actually really want to go in. Let's see. I need my Ferrothorn. I don't need my Rotom at all. So if he goes for the Bolt Strike like I think he's going to, as he just goes for the V-Create, and that's a bad play.
Oh, if you would have went to Houndoom. Oh.
If I went to Houndoom, I would have gotten Flash Fire, but he would have just brought in Tyranitar, and that would have been terrible. But I'm just going to go to my Houndoom now, and I'm actually just going to Mega Evolve. Actually, I'm not even going to Mega Evolve. I'm just going to go straight for the Dark Pulse, because by doing this, should he click V-Create again, expecting my Mega Evolution, because he will be faster than me, then I'm just in a terrible spot as he goes straight into Clefable, which is not the worst play in the world, and he doesn't get Leftovers Recovery, which that's actually slightly terrifying. But I'm just gonna Mega Up and go for Nasty Plot this turn because honestly I have no idea. Like, he might even be Life Orb Clefable, which I can understand that, and he just wishes, which is perfectly fine. I'm actually going to go for the Taunt just in case he wants to bring in the Tyranitar as he goes for the Moonblast, and that's definitely Life Orb Clefable. And I'm just going to fire a Fire Blast at this point. Because if he goes to Keldeo, it's getting roasted. If he goes to anything but Tyranitar, it's getting roasted.
This thing just got roasted.
And, well, that does look bad for me, being as I just lost my Houndoom, who was a decent-sized threat against his team. I'm not really in a bad spot, because, let's see, I could go to my Keldeo, and if I go to my Keldeo, I pretty much and I click Scald, he can't go to his own Keldeo, which is good, and he's either forced to go straight to Latias, which gives me a free switch back to my Pharaoh. And he also can't go to Tyranitar, which is good. So I'm definitely clicking Scarf Scald here. And I do get rid of the Clefable, which is really good. And at this point, like I said, again, I'm not in the worst spot because I do have my Stealth Rocks up. And I should be able to kill Victini with Stealth Rocks plus Scald. So I'm not really too worried about that, as he just makes the safe switch into his Lottie. And I'm actually going to switch straight to my Gliscor, because I don't think he's going to... Like, he might double into Victini, but I don't think he's going to. As he actually does.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
See, he can't really hit you with that much.
Well, here's the thing. I actually feel like going I'm actually going to go straight to my Latios, because I can just fire up a Draco Meteor, and I'm 99% sure that's Megatar.
Oh, that's damage.
Yeah, I can just fire up a Draco Meteor now. So, that's...
Skarmory, so be it.
Honestly, if he goes to Skarmory, I'm just going to Roost, because I'm still outside of Life Orb range. And his Skarmory dies to Hazards now. So, that was... Unless he goes straight for the Defog, which... I don't know why he's running Skarmory and Latias. It does give him the alternative, but because he's running Roost Lottie, I'm pretty sure he's probably running Defog. He's probably running Defog on Lottie, and then using Skarmory as a physical tank. It makes the most sense. As he just Whirlwinds me up, and I'm able to get 3 HP out of that, which is amazing. Unfortunately, he Whirlwinds me into the single worst thing that could possibly happen. But I'm just going to go for the knockoff, because I really don't want him actually switching out. Yeah, he makes the safe play and Roosts. And if he has spikes, he's going to go for him now. And if he Whirlwinds me out, so be it. Unfortunately, I don't have that much damage on Lottie, which is terrible. And Keldeo is definitely my win condition this game. So I think I can actually just go straight to my Ferrothorn and just go straight for a Leech Seed. Or I could double into Lottie, and he goes straight to Keldeo, which is... Honestly, that's fine, because I don't really need my Ferro to be too healthy. As I think I'm just gonna go straight for a Gyro Ball. If I can catch the Victini, then I'm in a pretty good spot, as he just goes for the Icy Wind, and I'm able to. And the good thing is now his well, not really so much that my Gyro Ball is stronger, because I'm pretty sure because I'm paralyzed, Gyro Ball is at max power. The question is, do I want to go for the Gyro Ball again, or do I want to just go for the Leech Seed? Because if I go for the Leech Seed and he stays in, I'm in a great spot. If he switches, though, I don't get as much damage on his team. I'm just going to go for Leech Seed. I think it's just, like I said, Gyro Ball probably is the better play, as he... No, but I got paralyzed anyway, so it didn't even matter. And... yet again, it's looking like I'm gonna have to sack, which is horrible. I'm pretty sure that Latios isn't running max speed because he's running Thunder Wave. So Latios is just that much more important now. I'm telling you for a fact, that's definitely DD Megatar now. Keldeo is probably Scarfed, and this Victini is 100% Choice Banded. Let's see. Is he gonna fire off another V-Create? More than likely. I'm just gonna go straight to my Lottie, because if he U-turns, that's like I can take one, and it as he does. Unfortunately, as much as he's playing his Victini really well, and I think that this is motivation enough for me to finally put Protect on my as he makes a great play. Unfortunately, that's terrible for me, but he makes a great play into his Tyranitar, knowing I'll die to sand. I'm in a really bad spot here. I have to go to my Ferrothorn, and I have to go for Gyro Ball here. Because now that I lost my Latios, I need damage on that Latios. Honestly, it was my fault for making a bad play there. I'm just going to go straight for the Gyro Ball here, because if he does go into the Victini, I should be in a good spot, and if he megas up, yes, like he just sacks his Keldeo, which is fine. Let's see. Tyranitar shouldn't be an issue because I do have Scarf Keldeo in the back. Victini is just putting in way too much effort. Like, it's putting in way too much. It's putting in too many problems to my team, as he does go straight back into Victini. Now, let's see. I'm pretty sure I have to sack my Gliscor here. I really am. I'm pretty sure I have to sack my Gliscor. Or, yeah, I think I think I might have. Well, actually, not really. I think I actually want to sack my Ferrothorn here. Yeah, I think I'm going to sack my Ferrothorn here, because Ferrothorn doesn't... I don't need it to win this game. Gliscor beats everything on his... Like, last poke, Gliscor wins this game. And I know that for a fact. And if I get the Iron Barbs on this, he's dead to Stealth Rocks. So he's forced to stay in, which is... And he'll get the speed drop, which means Gliscor outspeeds. So yeah, I have to stay in. And if he U-turns like an idiot here... or Bolt Strikes expecting my Keldeo, which is the worst play I could have... Yeah, he does go for the V-Create. I am able to get off the Iron Barbs, which puts me in a good spot. And I'm just going to make sure 100% that my Gliscor is faster, because if it is... Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to cut that out, so... 72 speed. Okay. Victini. Also Jolly. It hits 328, which... Yeah, I'm gonna be faster. Okay, I can just... Yeah. I can just bring in my Gliscor here, and I can just click knockoff. Because I risk absolutely nothing, so...
Well, he goes to Skarmory. He's gonna do jack shit.
Here's the thing. If he goes to Skarmory, I'm gonna set up on it. Like I said, last poke Gliscor wins this game, and I'm definitely faster. As he does go to the Skarmory. Unfortunately, but you know what? I'm clicking Sword Stance at this point because, like I said, I have a lot of knockoffs. I can always stall this thing out of roost if I have to. As he just goes straight for the Brave Bird, which is good for me. And Victini's dead to rocks, which is good. I can Sword Stance one more time. And if he wants to Whirlwind me, that's fine, because I get Whirlwinded into my Keldeo as he goes for the Roost. And this is going to be... I'm going to go for knockoff this turn. I shouldn't... this Skarmory is the bane of my existence, but I still have the means to win.
I think it's just annoying.
Yeah. No, I'm aware of that. I think actually here I'm going to go straight for the Hidden Power Electric. As if he's smart, he'll sack his Victini. As he just brings straight into the Latias, which is terrible.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible. But I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go back to my Gliscor. Like I said, he has to defog here. If he defogs, then Victini is probably gonna get another kill. But you know what? I'm not going to allow him to. I'm not going to allow that Victini to win him this game. Like, Victini is just putting so much work in this game. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't have made that play with my Latios. It was a terrible play. But I really didn't think he was going to U-turn. Let's see. I honestly have to play more aggressively. I'm going to double straight back into my Keldeo as he goes straight into Skarmory. And I have to burn his Latias at one point or another.
Yeah, you do.
Because if I get rid of this Skarmory, I just win with my Gliscor. I need to get rid of that Latias, which my Gliscor can do, and I need to get rid of or I have to, as he sacks the T-Tar, which is just fine. Yeah, this guy he's probably gonna win the battle. I'll admit that. He's making all of his best plays needed to win. So I have to give him credit where it's due as he brings the Skarmory back in, and I still haven't gotten a burn.
I don't agree with this switching right now.
Okay.
I don't know why he's not bringing in his Latias.
I think he really doesn't want that Latias getting burned, which is exactly what I want. Wait.
He just left.
Why did he leave? He could have won that.
What was his Latias?
His Latias was at 77.
Huh. I don't know.
I don't understand that. Because T-Tar was a non-issue. Skarmory, I needed my Keldeo to, I was gonna spam Scald, except, if he brought in the Latias, I had to bring in my Gliscor, and either Roost or pull a double. Like I said, I would have had to pull a double switch into my Keldeo, expecting his Skarmory, but once I got the Scald off on Skarmory, I was in a decent position, but if I lost, but I had to predict to the point where if I lost either one of my pokes, I would, that game, that was a serious mind game there. The only thing I can think about is he probably expected me to switch into my Gliscor on the Tyranitar, expecting Latias, so he went into Skarmory to wall me, which I guess that's a good play, but at the same time, I had no reason not to Scald again because I had to burn that Latias. So, I honestly don't know why my opponent forfeited at the end. But I think I'm gonna call it a session there. Unfortunately, Houndoom didn't get to put in nearly as much work as I was able to get in every single one of my tests. Like, I think out of 9 test battles with this team that I had, only 2 of my opponents weren't really weak to Mega Houndoom. So trust me, Mega Houndoom is really good. I do apologize. This wasn't exactly the best session for showing off Houndoom. Scott, you have anything you want to say?
No, not really. I think I'm good.
All right, so like I said, I'm gonna call it a session. If you want to see some of the stuff that me and Scott did, feel free to check out his channel. Link will be in the description. And until the next session, guys. See you later.